For more than 1,000 years, the great city of Constantinople stood as one of the most powerful and magnificent cities on earth. Founded by the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great in 330 CE, it became the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire. Positioned between Europe and Asia, the city controlled important trade routes and grew rich through commerce and culture. Massive defensive structures known as the Theodosian Walls protected Constantinople for centuries, making it one of the most secure cities in history. However, by the 15th century, the once powerful empire had shrunk dramatically, leaving Constantinople almost alone against rising enemies. While the Byzantine Empire weakened, a powerful new state was rising in Anatolia, the Ottoman Empire. Founded by Osman I around 1299, the Ottomans steadily expanded across Asia Minor and the Balkans. By the mid-1400s, they had surrounded Constantinople from nearly every direction. In 1451, a young and ambitious ruler named Mehmed II became the Ottoman Sultan. Though only 19 years old, Mehmed dreamed of conquering Constantinople and making it the capital of his empire. For centuries, many rulers had attempted to capture the legendary city, but none had succeeded. Mehmed believed destiny had chosen him to accomplish what others could not. Sultan Mehmed II began preparing for the greatest siege of the medieval world. He ordered the construction of a massive fortress called Rumeli Fortress along the Bosporus Strait to block aid from reaching Constantinople. At the same time, he gathered an enormous army of perhaps 80,000 to 100,000 soldiers. One of his most powerful weapons was a gigantic cannon designed by a Hungarian engineer named Orban. This massive artillery could fire huge stone balls capable of damaging even the strongest walls. The arrival of gunpowder weapons meant the ancient defenses of Constantinople would soon face their greatest test. Inside Constantinople, the final Byzantine emperor, Constantine XI Palaiologos, prepared to defend his city. Unfortunately, his resources were limited. The empire had lost most of its territory and population. Only about 7,000 defenders were available to protect the city. Among them were Byzantine soldiers and a small group of skilled Italian fighters led by the Genoese commander Giovanni Giustiniani. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the defenders trusted the powerful Theodosian Walls, which had protected the city from countless invasions for nearly 1,000 years. On April 6, 1453, the Ottoman army arrived outside the city and the siege officially began. Mehmed II ordered his massive cannons to open fire. Day after day, thunderous explosions echoed across the battlefield as giant stone cannonballs smashed into the ancient walls. Meanwhile, Ottoman ships attempted to enter the harbor known as the Golden Horn. The Byzantines had blocked the entrance with a massive iron chain stretched across the water, preventing enemy ships from entering the harbor and attacking the city from the sea. Determined to overcome this obstacle, Mehmed II devised one of the most famous military strategies in history. Ottoman engineers built wooden tracks across the hills surrounding Constantinople. During the night, dozens of ships were dragged over land on greased logs and launched into the Golden Horn behind the city's defenses. The defenders were shocked to see enemy ships suddenly appear inside the harbor. With Ottoman forces now attacking from both land and sea, the pressure on the city increased dramatically. After nearly 2 months of constant bombardment and fighting, Mehmed II prepared for the final assault. Before dawn on May 29, 1453, the Ottoman army launched a massive attack against the walls. Thousands of soldiers charged forward in waves. During the fierce battle, the Genoese commander Giovanni Giustiniani was badly wounded and forced to retreat from the walls. His departure weakened the morale of the defenders. Soon after,